Oh man. I did exactly what I told people not to do on my construction light. It was getting dull and I don't have any extra bulbs. And I said, anytime you get a construction light, you always want to make sure you have some extra bulbs. I had an extra bulb and I used it on the last job and I forgot to go to the store and get some more bulbs. That thing just burned out. That's my light. To get it lighter up in here to finish this rest of this job so that there's enough light for you. Now, I just don't know. I may have to stop and go to the store. Oh, brother. 76. Okay, so 76 and a quarter and 80 inches to the center. 76 and a quarter and 80 inches to the center. So first off, I'm kind of eyeballing about where the center of the bed is to see where I should be able to put that mark. And here's 80 is way over here. Hopefully you can see that. 80 is about there. 76 and a quarter I got from the wall over. So I'm just going to resituate my ladder a little bit here. Okay. First I want to see about where we are. Look up to my tape. Oh, here it is. Okay. 80 inches. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of keep my eye right there. I want 76 and a quarter, about there, from the wall, and about there. So I'm gonna try to eyeball this straight across. Okay, 76 and a quarter, and I'm just gonna put my finger here. 76 and a quarter. Is about there. I'm going to eyeball that. 76 and a quarter is about there. Okay. And so I just got a pencil mark. 76 and a quarter. Now I'm going to double check that again. From the wall. 76 and a quarter. And I'm 76 and a half for right now. Okay. So now 80 inches. Over from the wall in front of the bed, 80 over, is way over here. Okay, about there. Okay, that's about 80 to the center. And I'm just putting pencil marks. I can always get those off. You know, with an eraser or whatever. Okay, that's 79 and 3/4, so 80 is about here, and that's to the center of the box, right? Okay, so now 76, that one, I'm going to measure off the wall. Now I'm going to relocate my ladder just a little to make it a little bit easier for me. Okay, coming off that wall, if I can reach it. Okay, it's that one there, 76 and a quarter. We're gonna go there. That's 75 and 3/4. So now I've got an eyeball over. I look at 76 and a quarter. Look at that mark on the ceiling. Get yourself an eyeball where the mark is. Where you see an imaginary mark. Okay, that's 76 and a quarter. I'm going to measure that. I got 76 and a quarter to that. And I can see which mark that is. Okay, and that should be 80. And let's see, and that's 80. Come on. And that's 80 and a quarter or so. Okay, so it has to come this way just a little. Okay, and now I'm going to situate my ladder again and get up there again, imagining this 76 and a quarter. I measured 3 times, cut once, right? 76 1/4 is right there. And that's the edge, not the center of the joist or the truss. And 80, okay. Okay, so now, if my theory is right, that's going to be the center of the box, the edge. If I take this and measure over to the right from the 76 1/4 over 1.5 inches, because I believe that truss is going to be 1.5 inches, okay? And 80 inches, okay, that's to the center of the box. So I know most of those lines are going to go away, don't they? When I mark the box. I'm not going to mark the box yet. I'm going to take my nail, and theory has it, from 76 1/4 to the 70 1.5 over, I should hit wood in there. If 76 1/4 to 78, okay? That's if the joists are going square off of the wall, if my tape measure is going square off the wall, all that. I should be somewhere close. So if I pick the center of that mark, I should hit wood right there. But before I do that, I guess I could knock up there too. It kind of sounds like there's something there. It seems like there's more than one thing up there, but we're going to see here. I'm doing it right in the middle of that, okay? I'm crossing my fingers. I'm going to hit something. If, worst case scenario, if I don't hit anything, and if I'm off, and because there's an attic, I could always put a 2x4 flatways up there, put the box, put the metal pancake box on top of that, and all that, right? No harm, no foul. If there was no attic, and if I had to probe a little bit, I would have to do that, and then I'd have to caulk those holes. But I'm trying to do this in such a fashion where most of those marks are going to be where the box is. Look at that, there's nothing there. Okay, could it be possible that I'm on the edge of it? So I'm going to go this way. And look at that. I'm hitting right there. And if I go this way, I shouldn't hit anything. See? I'm not hitting anything, am I? Okay, so I was off by, see, I'm over, from the 76 1/4, I'm only, have the nail about a 1/2 inch off of the 76 1/4. So that's pretty good from marking, okay? So if I go over to the right, I should still hit it, right? Over here. And I do. Now, for me to find out, is it just 1.5 inches? I could go over even further, couldn't I? Because I know the edge. I know where the edge of it is, okay? And if I go over here, I should hit it some more. Okay, now if I put it at an angle, I should go off it if it's only 1.5 inches thick. See there? That's and that's where it is. Okay, so I know where the floor, where the truss is. All right. I know the truss is from there to about there, and that's about my 1.5 inches. Okay, I got about 1.5 inches there, and the center of the box, where I want it, is right across from there. Pretty much where the middle hole is. And I can measure over from the wall again and see where it is in relation to that. Okay, it's right where I put a nail hole. Okay, so that's the middle of my box. Right where that is. Okay, so you see, is it coming together for you? Because now, okay, I'm gonna show you now down here really quick what I'm gonna do next. Can you believe that? I got 1 minute left on my SIM card of this whole thing. I thought I'd had plenty of time, but hey, if I can do it, you can do it. Remember that.